Okay, yay, start over. So this is our team call for Team Delta Fire. What is it? It's October 10th. So this is our October call. Got lots and lots and lots of new stuff coming, like crazy busyness going on this month and probably the whole rest of the year. So we've got Clean Week that we just started Prep Week in our big Clean Week team group that we have. They will start the actual challenge with the workouts and drinking their shakes and all that next Monday, which is the 16th.
Yes.
Okay, cool. It's like, I think that sounds right. I have got the posts already scheduled and laid out, like everything's done. I've made a couple of videos, and then at the very end, I'm going to go live in there and just chit chat with everybody, answer questions. And all throughout this challenge group guide, I really like the way that corporate did it this time, because it really talks about them continuing on with their challenge pack. So it's almost leading them into, like, you know, or hearing about anyway, a challenge pack purchase, so that it's not just 1 week and that's it and you stop, you know, that's not going to get anybody anywhere. So, and I talk about that in the videos that I've made and in some extra posts that I put in, and, you know, like I said, that's kind of what we're going to be gearing them up for. Let's see, this week, yesterday, actually, we restarted that Coach Basics group. Christy, you were in it probably a long time ago. I know Barb and Whitney, you guys are going through it right now. I kind of redid a quick and dirty Coach Basics boot camp. It crams everything in to 5 days. It's 3 posts a day for 5 days. It's a lot. And I know you guys are getting overwhelmed with it. So if you can't keep up with it, just at least print everything off, you know, or save everything in your Google Drive, and we will go through it, you know, as you can. And as we kind of start having, you know, little weekly or every other week coach calls, you know, you can, what I'm envisioning anyway, is you can knock out a couple of the assignments, you know, between our calls, and then we have a call and we talk about it and that sort of thing. But it's all the information that you guys need. And, you know, for us to use, Christy, you've got coaches, anybody on the team that has new coaches coming in, for them to use this information as well to get started. I am planning on doing one little boot camp week each month. That's the plan right now. We have Diesel Nation, Christina and Becky are launching it's called Diesel Nation Academy. It's our whole website for training, just for our team. Just for all of Diesel Nation anyway. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, if it's going to be, you know, like a self-paced thing. You go in and you do this first and you do this second, and like walks you through everything. So I'm kind of waiting on that to actually launch, which would be later this month, before we decide like how often I'm going to do these boot camps, right? Because if it's all in Diesel Nation Academy, we don't necessarily need to do our own separate Coach Basic things. But that's kind of like, I don't know what it's going to look like yet. So I also wanted to get, you know, a lot of you guys, a lot of new coaches on the team, get everybody started with this boot camp before we launch in the UK, you know, before there's a lot of groups gearing up for end of year stuff, you know, get everybody on there, started on their health and fitness goals before the holidays. Like, there's no reason to wait until after you feel absolutely miserable after Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything else, right? So kind of be thinking about that in your posts too. Okie dokie. Clean Week, we talked about that. The UK launch. This is a big, big deal. So we're launching in the UK on October 19th is the date that they can start enrolling. So we can now, or we'll be able to have customers from the UK that can access, you know, get all access challenge packs. They can get Shakeology. They can get a couple of the performance supplements, Energize and Recover. They can get 3-day refresh. There's a few other things. It's not our full catalog of products, but it's a lot of them. A lot of the big, you know, ones that we use all the time. So we can finally have customers from there, which is going to be amazing. And we can have coaches from the UK. So that's going to be I think, a game changer because it's a whole new market. The whole country is a brand new market. So just think about, like, you know, Claire, for example, is one of my coaches that's coming on. She's already got 3 or 4 people that are ready to go with coaching under her. You know, they're all going to be signing up right then. So it's just such a powerful way to be able to grow your business, you know, in this whole new market, is have an extension of, you know, our team over there. So think about that when you're doing posts on Facebook, posts on Instagram, if you're tagging different places or using hashtags for different things, especially on Instagram, starting to incorporate some UK hashtags instead of everything being US. So just things to think about. And there are tons of Beachbody coaches that have Instagram trainings on YouTube, like tons of them. And I'm still learning, so I'm not even going to pretend to know all about it. Let's see. I will have a new challenge group starting on October 23rd. The whole team can participate. Like, whoever wants to jump in is more than welcome to jump in. I always encourage my new coaches to jump into the challenge groups with me, and at least for the first few, you know, get the hang of it. See what we do in the challenge groups. So I'm going to call it Fall Back Into Fitness. I've kind of put a couple ads out already. So think about that if that's anything that you guys want to jump in on as well, or do, you know, with your teams, to see if you, and I don't know what's going on with Rhonda, if you guys want to do anything together, or if you want to stick in, you know, with my group as well. What's totally whatever you want to do. So I noticed you tagged her something in the other day, so I was like, oh, maybe she's going to keep coaching.
No, I tagged her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to.
Okay. I saw it and I was like, oh, maybe.
I was
okay, so that's the 23rd. And then I'm sure, you know, other coaches, especially a lot of the diamond coaches, tend to kind of run their own challenge groups with their teams as well. So we may have other people on our big team that have other, you know, challenge groups going too. On October 30th, I want to do a coaching sneak peek. Totally redid it back to the way that we used to do it a long time ago. So for those of you that have been around a while, you know how we used to do the posts in a group, and we just mostly have text as far as like everything typed out so that people could go into the group and read through it on their own time that day, instead of having to be on a live call or on a Zoom call or in the live stream in the group or anything like that. It seems like that was working a lot better for our team. So that's what we're going to try to go back to. I'm going to try it and see how it works. Jessica Cogswell did one last month that was really, really good. And so I'm using all those posts. Edited them a little bit, you know, for our team. Took her pictures out and obviously put ours in, you know, but
dinner, knock it off.
That's kind of the plan anyway. So that'll be a 1-day sneak peek. The way that she did it last month, and it seemed to work really well, she put a couple posts up the day before and the morning the day of, and then like at 8:30 that night, she put all the posts. It was like 6 posts of content and actual information for them to read. And they're not super long either. And she put them up at like 8:30, 8:35, 8:40, 8:45, you know, all 6 posts. And then she went live in the group at like 9 o'clock. And she kind of covered some of the same information, but that way people had the option of either, you know, watching the live stream or just reading it. So, and I know a lot of us have a lot of, you know, coaches that are still working full-time jobs and this sort of thing, and can't necessarily watch a long video, but they can go in and read a post a lot easier. So I think that, I don't know, might be better to go back to. The goal of this for you newer coaches on here, the goal is if you have people that are interested in coaching, potentially get them in the sneak peek, and they just kind of, you know, get the information. They don't have to commit to anything, but they at least get the information on what we do, a little bit about how we do it, a little Shakeology information, a little bit on commissions, that sort of thing. And that's basically it, you know, and we're just kind of laying it out there for them, and they can choose if it's something that they're interested in or not. So let's see. I did not bring my planner down here. That was not smart. But those are really the main announcements. The other thing I was going to say about Clean Week is I'm planning on running one a month. I just have this feeling it's going to go really well. I don't know. We've got some people that are already engaging just in the prep week. So I'm hopeful that it'll go well and be a really good way for us to get people in at the beginning of the month in Clean Week and then convert them to Challenge Pack purchasers, for a challenge group later in the month. So I was kind of thinking today, if people want to jump in and kind of take over, like, somebody else run it next month and somebody else run it the next month, and we just kind of flip-flop around. The templates and all the posts are all done already. So it's literally copy and pasting it into a group. That's it. So I was just kind of thinking about that. And the same thing with the coaching sneak peek, like especially if some of the diamonds wanted to jump in and run it on different months so that people aren't always seeing me, but hearing like different stories from different ones of us. And of course we'll all be in there like chiming in and commenting on the posts and that sort of thing. So y'all just let me know, in the chat here or in the event thread or whatever in Delta Fire. Let me know what you guys think about that. Okie dokie. Any questions so far before I jump into this new training stuff that's way cool? Barb's like, I'm thoroughly confused. I don't know what you're talking about, Kim. No. I'll just soak in what I can. Hey, that's a good thing. All right. Yeah.
The clean. The prep week. Am I in there? Can you add me?
I could certainly add you.
Can you add me? Because I have people to add.
Oh, yeah. You're not in there. I just added you.
Yay.
Yeah, so you're in. Add your people. You
All right,
were probably apartment hunting when that started.
I was. Yeah.
Pretty much. All right. Well, this that I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. It's not like super exciting, right? I didn't even put a fun background. Oh, hey, look at this. I forgot I did this. Well, there's my calendar right there. So that's all the stuff I just went over. Clean week. Okay. So I know these slides are going to be blurry. The way this all started, so we're talking about volume, and I listened to a call. It's probably been a month ago now. Hang on. Maybe even 2 months ago. I don't know. And I've been trying to digest it and like wrap my head around it. And then another coach on Diesel Nation presented it to her team. And so I got to watch her call. And I was like, okay, that makes more sense. But basically, there we go. Somebody's getting feedback. Basically, Milan Jensen is this coach. She is actually the very first coach in the whole coaching network, which is kind of amazing. Like, can you imagine being that very first person, right? It's insane to even think of. But this is the way that she trains her team. She still focuses on rank a little. I mean, I don't want anybody to take this as a saying, don't focus on rank, because you need to focus on rank to increase your cycle bonuses, at each rank increase, and to get into quarterly bonuses and all that kind of thing. But you also want to focus on volume. And I think that's something that we have completely neglected to talk about and neglected to really train our coaches on. So that's where the big shift is. And especially for you newer coaches that are just jumping in now, this is an amazing thing to hear right now and really wrap your head around and think about as you're talking to every single new customer and every new coach that you get, because it's all brand new to you. So you won't really know the old way. But basically, we are focusing on the 500 PV coach. So what's PV? PV is personal volume. That is stuff that you are either using, for example, your Shakeology is 90 PV, or products that you are selling to your challengers, your customers. For example, an all access challenge pack, I think, is 135 PV. So that's what you really want to focus on at the beginning of this. Getting that volume up is going to be like the lifeline for your income down the road, for yourself and for your coaches. As you teach this to your coaches, that's going to boost your income tremendously if you kind of follow this model, or try to as much as you can. So what does the PV coach, the 500 PV coach, do? They are somebody that actually lives the 4 vital behaviors. They do those 4 vital behaviors every day, or pretty much every day. Inviting, being a product of the products, doing their personal development, and recognizing other people, their challengers, their coaches, their teammates, whatever it is. Recognition is a big part of it. Somebody, again, that learns to invite. They're talking to people, and they're not scared to talk to people and share their own story and tell them why they love what they're using, their workout, this job opportunity, whatever it is, and invite them to do it with you, again, whether it's from the health and fitness side or the financial side or both. It's somebody that asks a bunch of questions, and that is really important for getting new customers and building that relationship. You've got to talk to them. You've got to know about them. How's your health? What are your goals? What's your nutrition like? What kind of workouts do you actually enjoy? How much time do you have? These are questions that I ask almost every single person before I ever tell them what the price of a challenge pack is, or even what a challenge pack is at all. I'm asking these questions and learning about this person. That way, when you talk to them about the challenge pack, you can say, look, okay, so this is what we're going to set you up with, and here's why. Because you already know what they need, and you know how, the nutrition part and the workout part and all of that is going to fit in and help them reach their goals. So you just really have to be listening to that person and asking a bunch of questions before like vomiting Beachbody. Oh my gosh, well, this is a challenge pack, and you get this, and it's $160 and blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh my God, I don't know what she's talking about. Let's see. Hang on, pull up chat. You're laughing at me, Suzanne. Let's see. So as a 500 PV coach, you know the Find Your Healthy formula. So this is the formula. It basically is what we do. You're combining exercise, with nutrition and support. All of that together, that is Beachbody. That is what we do, and that is how we help people, which is so different from all these other companies that have just the exercise or just some shake that typically is not anywhere near what Shakeology is. I've looked at a lot of them. None of them have all these superfoods. And if they do have some superfoods, they don't have a clue where they came from, which is kind of scary. So anyway, what we do works because we have all the aspects of what they need. The 500 PV coach nurtures their contacts and their customers, and is just very confident in what we have as a product and what our company is. We are walking, talking proof of these products. Okay. I can't make my slides turn. Okay. All right. Yeah. So U+2. This is thinking about Emerald, which is the very first rank you'll hit as a coach. Emerald is like a huge, huge deal. And I think we haven't made a big enough deal out of Emerald before. And we need to start making a bigger deal out of it, because we've kind of always thought, oh, well, Emerald is just your first step to Diamond. But really, Emerald, if you build it on this 500 PV model, and every coach that you're enrolling is also bringing in 500 PV, Emerald can be a really huge deal. So, plus you unlock, once you hit Emerald, you pretty much unlock your business center, and that's where you start getting cycle bonuses. So, if any of you guys aren't Emerald yet, we need to get you there, and we need to get you there like fast. Uh-oh. My computer's going crazy. So what is your plan? You get yourself to Emerald. That is yourself and 2 coaches, one on your left leg, one on your right leg. That's it. And then you build Emeralds. You focus on building Emeralds. So your 2 coaches that you enroll, oh my gosh, computer is going bonkers. Sorry, I don't know if you guys could see all of that. You want to focus on everybody building Emeralds. And there's a graphic coming up too. And you want to focus on the team. It's what everybody is bringing in collectively. You want to build what's called emerald tribes, which again, there's a slide of this. Okie doke. I know this is blurry. So building your generations, you want to, a generation, like you're at the top and then you've got 2 people here and then you've got 4 people here and you've got 8 people here, you know, as it kind of goes down. You really want to have everybody getting 500 volume points every month. You teach your PS coaches to do the same thing. They teach their PS coaches to do the same thing. And y'all are all building emeralds. So that's kind of how this keeps on cycling down. And then this is what an emerald tribe looks like. And we'll get into the volume part of it, like how you get this volume later on, because I'm betting that's what some of you guys are thinking is, where does this volume come from? So we'll get into that at the end. So say this is you. You've got 500 PV, whether it's your own Shakeology is 90 of that. And then what you're selling to your customers for that month, this is per month. Then this coach of yours has 500 PV. And that coach is building emeralds. So this person is building their emerald. This person is building their emerald. Same thing on this side. Everybody, if they're getting 500 PV, this is what it ends up looking like. You've got 7,500 volume points down here. So the way you break this down as far as commissions, you get 25% off of your 500 that you're bringing in or that you are selling. So that's 125 bucks. Now, as you're getting your cycle bonus, which at Emerald is $14 per cycle, you're cycling 23 times right here. You're making $322. So that added up is approximately 450 bucks. As an Emerald coach per month, that's a big deal because Emerald coaches typically don't make that much because they're typically not training each person to bring in this volume. And so, you know, they're only making 40 or 50 bucks a month, which is not that much, right? So the volume is where this all really comes in. I'm going to go on. I'm going to skip that and go to the next one. I think it's easier to see it in chart form. We'll talk about a regular, like a classic diamond, what it's been in the traditional sense, and then a diamond that's getting 500 PV under every person, and then what a diamond strong is called. So typically when we've trained people to hit diamond, we've said, okay, you're here, you've got your own Shakeology with 90 PV. You get your 8 coaches. Sorry, my computer's driving me nuts. I need to close this chat box, I think, so I can see everything. You've got your 8 coaches, 2 of which are Emerald, these little green guys down here. If we've always kind of trained on just everybody getting 90 PV, and this is the whole discount coach mentality, because you know, a lot of us build on discount coaches, which I'm not saying is a bad thing because I swear I built a 2-star on discount coaches and it was very beneficial. But we also need to be talking to them about other products that they could be using, right? I mean, everybody might be able to use more than just Shakeology, and they don't even know that we have other stuff because Shakeology is all we ever tend to talk about. So in the classic diamond model, everybody's at pretty much 90 PV, which this is what it breaks down to. At $18 a cycle as a diamond coach, you're only cycling 3 times. That's it. So you're making 54 bucks as a diamond coach. And not that much. This is a month. Not exactly a lot, right? So once we start training people to really focus on this 500 PV model and everybody getting 500 PV, you boost your volume up to 3,000 per leg. So you're cycling 20 times. And with your own commissions from your own personal sales up here, you're getting 485, almost 500 bucks a month as a diamond coach. Much, much better. And then if you even bump it up another notch, you know, the Emerald Tribe slide that I was talking about earlier, where, let's see, this one, where you're building these little emerald tribes, everybody's got all their emeralds. If you do that as you're building to diamond, so you've got an emerald tribe here, an emerald tribe here, an emerald tribe here, like all of these are emerald tribes. This is what happens to your volume. You've got 8 people, you've got 30,000 volume points, which is $3,600 a month. You've got 12 people doing this, you've got $5,400 a month. And I should probably insert the income statement here for legal purposes. You know, everything's based on everybody's individual effort and skill and all of that. I don't even have it all memorized, but you know, yeah, Suzanne, holy crap, I'm going to do this. Yes, it's awesome once you start studying it and figuring it out. It really brings volume into play in that we have not been focusing enough on it. And we have been focusing solely on people drinking Shakeology. And that's it, you know? So this gets into more of the nitty gritty. The 500 PV mindset. Your first goal is you want to create raving customers. So that's what we're doing in our challenge groups. And that's why it is so important to take care of these customers and get them their results, you know? Don't rely on the challenge group by itself to do all the work. You've got to be personally messaging these people. I personally message mine 2 or 3 times a week to check in and just make sure everything's going okay, see how their nutrition is, see how they're feeling, see how the workouts are going, you know, just asking them questions. And I'm always saying, what can I do to help you this week? What is it that you need from me? Because what happens is a lot of people are intimidated when they first get into a challenge group and they won't post. And that's okay. But if you have to also be reaching out to them in private messages or text or email, like whatever's best for that individual person. When we're getting our customers their results, they get so excited. And that's what we want. We want them to obviously feel better. That's why we're in this business. We want everybody feeling the way that we feel. We know how, you know, much better we feel when we're taking care of ourselves, when we're eating right, when we're doing our workouts, that sort of thing. So you want to create those raving customers. Like, I don't know if you guys saw my post earlier today. Seriously, it was from a message from a girl in my challenge group right now that I was just like, hey, how's the week going? Just checking in with you. And she wrote back, like literally in all caps, I feel amazing. I was like, well, that's what I wanted to hear. Holy moly. I was like, so what have your results been so far? She was like 15 pounds and I'm working out 5 days a week. She's only been doing this for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And she's down that much. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she was just like, you know, talking about how she didn't realize how horrible, you know, the McDonald's was on her and all this kind of stuff. Apparently she ate out like all the time. But that's what we want. We've got to create these raving customers. We have to create customers, this is goal number 2, that are going to influence other people. They're going to get excited about it. They're going to start talking about it. Barb, I'm going to use you as an example. You started feeling so much better so fast. And I know your life is crazy busy, but you're also talking to people about it. You know, you are one of those raving customers. You know how much better you feel. You are already creating this circle of influence around you. You know, your group of people that you're interacting with, you know, that's getting them interested. That's what we want. I have another customer that literally throughout our first challenge, she posted on her own Facebook page every single day. Like day 8, did my workout, went hiking, you know, ate well, blah, blah, blah. People were following along on her journey and they loved it. And she's inspiring so many people. That's what we want. And then we want them to invite these people in or refer them to us. If it's somebody, you know, that has zero interest in being a coach, that's fine. Ask for referrals, you know, they can go to you. And then you're creating revenue per customer. And that's what we're going to talk about in a little bit too. So in this creating revenue per customer part, we've got to remember the whole healthy formula of Beachbody. Again, we need to remember that we've got the fitness side, we've got the nutrition side, and we've got the support, you know, and we've got this coaching community that we're going to be here for everybody no matter what. And we need to remember, again, to talk to them about more than just Shakeology and figure out what it is that they need. So we are having them find their healthy formula. What is your favorite way to get exercise? How's your nutrition and your diet been? Do you have a buddy or a support system? These are all questions that you can be asking them leading up to presenting them with the challenge pack option, because obviously we have all this stuff covered. It's just getting them to think about it before you present the challenge pack to them. And then saying something like, are you open to trying something? That's going to, increase their success rate and build their confidence when they're thinking, well, yeah, I'm open to it, and they understand what they're getting into and how it's going to help them, meet their goals or reach their goals. Challenge pack obviously is our best solution. We would much prefer sell a challenge pack to a customer over just all access by itself or just Shakeology by itself, because you really need everything. It's all combined. Now, I am going to say, if you have somebody that is absolutely not going to do the challenge pack, don't lose that person and forget about them just because they don't want a challenge pack. Meet them where they're at. If all they want is the nutrition, that's okay. Get them on Shakeology. Maybe they need their Power Greens boost. Maybe they need an ultimate reset. Maybe they need 3-day refresh, and we can work on the fitness part later. If it's somebody that is adamant that all they want is the fitness part, that's okay. Start them with all access, they're going to see commercial things or little video blurbs about Shakeology on pretty much every single workout that they do when they're on all access. So they're going to get the information, right? And a lot of times people end up coming around and they, okay, well, maybe I do want to give this stuff a try, So just wanted to throw that out there. If you can't get them on with a challenge pack right off the bat, don't write that person off. Meet them with what it is that they need and, where they're at that point in time. And it might grow into something even more. So the cost is $160. Personal PV is $135. I am not even going to get into the team PV right now because I think that's going to be way too confusing because we have a lot of really new coaches on here, and we're going to skip over that part for now. So we can go back to that concept later. Another idea on how to get, especially for new coaches, how to get your first 500 PV is talking to your friends and your family about, getting their support and getting their feedback. You're telling them, hey, I'm doing something new that I really believe in. It's really helped me a lot. This is, how I felt differently. This is what I've been doing. And then just like it says here, I'm asking the people closest to me for support and feedback with some of the products I'll be recommending. Are you open to helping me with this? And I've always kind of presented this as in, like, I'm building my portfolio of results, kind of. And, I'd love for you to give this a try for 30 days at least and give me an honest opinion on what you think. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee on everything. If they really, truly don't like it, they can get their money back. I very rarely have people do that. But, it's an option. If you had one person, in your close circle that got Shakeology, one person that got Daily Sunshine, one that got a performance stack, that's our supplements, one that got Ultimate Reset Digestion, which I didn't even know about this, but apparently there's something. It's just like a maintenance kit for the digestive parts of Ultimate Reset. Kind of awesome. Derm Exclusive is actually going away. 3-day refresh, all access Beachbody on demand. And yeah, Zuri's on there. Hi, Zuri. I shouldn't read chat as I'm doing this. But if you sold all of that in your very first month, that would be 528 PV. So you've hit a really big goal as getting, to get 500 PV in your first month. And then you want to do it month after month after month. Okie dokie. This social media business page, I'm going to kind of skip over that right now as well, because I don't feel like, especially for new coaches, I don't feel like it's something that you really need unless you need to like hide your identity for some reason. And I think you can do a lot of this beginning stuff in your warm market with people that already know you and people that already trust you, and rebuild relationships with people that you haven't talked to in 5 years or since you graduated high school or, whatever. So I think you have a lot of options from your own personal page. The other thing that is working so well for so many coaches right now is Instagram. And it's a very different platform than Facebook. It's, people follow you because they want to. So it's not like you're worried about, turning people off or anything like that. They're following you because they want to follow you, So, I'm not going to go into the social media pages a lot. 500 PV activity. So what you're going to want to do as you're talking to new people and talking to your new coaches, again, reaching beyond the challenge pack. And I've got examples of this later as well. You are talking about things like daily sunshine for their kids, and they have picky eaters. You're talking about things like the Shakeology boosts. Maybe it's somebody that hates vegetables. And so, they get their serving of vegetables. Yes, Barb, you get their serving of vegetables through their Shakeology, but that's like not ideally all that you need throughout the whole day. So maybe it's somebody that also needs Power Greens added into their shake, or maybe they need Power Greens just as an energy shot later in the day. You mix that stuff with water and drink it at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it gives you an awesome energy boost. And it's just greens. That's all it is. Really cool though. And maybe it's somebody that needs focused energy in their Shakeology, which is all natural caffeine, basically, caffeine boost to last throughout your whole entire day. Maybe it's somebody that's got digestive issues and they also need the digestive health supplement or any of the performance supplements, Energize, Hydrate, Recover, the creatine, the recharge, all of that kind of stuff. So you've got to kind of think about those other things that we have that are such amazing products that we tend to not even talk about with people, So if it's somebody that is really struggling with energy, maybe you get them started with the All Access Challenge Pack and focused energy and even Power Greens, So they're getting everything, like really getting everything to get amazing results. So anyway, let's see. Duplication. That's kind of what this is about. So you're creating your complete plan for your customers. You're teaching them about the Beachbody story. And this is, I guess, for your coaches too. Teaching them the Beachbody story, what we're about as a company, what our goals are, what our values are. The sponsoring conversation. So that's kind of like when you guys, start having new coaches, and they're starting to sponsor new people and just kind of teaching them about the trainings that we have and teaching them this about volume, to focus on the whole product catalog that we have. You want to duplicate your coach onboarding experience. And again, like I said, we're going to have a lot of this coming up with the Diesel Nation website. We'll have a lot more tools, so that'll be really easy. Recognition. You want to recognize your coaches that are hitting 500 PV and higher every month. That's a big, big deal. And creating activity and volume-based incentives, which I am open to ideas on little competitions that you guys want to have, throughout the team for a month, things like that, because I'm not coming up with any amazing ideas. So I need help with that. So if you guys have ideas for these volume-based recognition type things, certainly let me know. Just wanted to show you this too. Portion fix. This is something that a lot of people forget about, especially if you have somebody that, say, already has Shakeology and they've already got all access, but they never got like 21-day fix. Or maybe they have some program that they borrowed from some friend, right? But they don't have the containers. So sell them portion fix. They need the containers. That's how you get started with the nutrition part of this. It comes with the whole booklet. It's essentially it's not the 21-day fix booklet, but it's really similar. The plan is the same. And, you get, stupid computer. You get 30 PV, you get commissions off of it. Obviously, it's 25% of this essentially. So yeah. Hang on, somebody asked something. Yes. You mean Portion Fix is a challenge pack? I think that's what she means. Yes. Yeah. Zuri's shaking her head. Yes. Yes. It is a new completion pack. So if you have somebody that already has all access, but they don't have the Shakeology, they can actually upgrade to what's called a completion pack, and it adds in their Shakeology and their Portion Fix for them. And you get, I'm pretty sure, 2 Success Club points for it. So, yeah, I'm really glad they did that once they started all access. Here are some ideas of things, and I can, if y'all want me to put this screenshot in our team page or something, I can. Ideas of some good things with volume points, basically, things that we tend to use a lot. And here on this bottom half, say if you had an all access challenge pack, you'd need to sell 4 of them to hit that 500 PV mark for the month that you're aiming for, because they're 135 a piece, I think. Shakeology or Daily Sunshine, you'd have to sell 6 bags. If that's all you sold was Shakeology, you have to sell 6 bags to meet your 500 PV goal. So this just kind of gives you a good list of different ways that you can hit that goal. And here are some more just ideas, and volume points and commissions and that sort of thing. Shakeology, Daily Sunshine, a performance stack, which is energize and recover. The ultimate reset digestion apparently is soothe, revitalize, and optimize. Like I said, derm exclusive is going away. I'm very upset about that, but supposedly they're announcing new things at leadership, so that should be fun. 3-day refresh, on demand. What else do we have? Sampler, regular and vegan, digestive health. So these are the boosts, focused energy, power greens, Activate. This is another good multivitamin for people that truly do need more vitamins than what is just in Shakeology. That's another one that they can add in. My parents actually do that. They take their Activate in the morning and they drink their shake. They just say they feel better. Okay. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to stop screen share so I can see all you guys again. I couldn't see everybody. Okay. I know that's confusing for new coaches. So what questions do you guys have? And Barb, you're so new and haven't even been through hardly any of the training yet. I know that is like way over your head at this point. I would say for you newer coaches on here, I know Jennifer's on, just start thinking about the whole person and everything that they need. Again, and I know I'm saying that over and over and over, but it's really important to not just think about Shakeology and forget about everything else that we have. So I think that's the main thing. Anybody else want to add anything? Suzanne?
No.
Holly, anybody? Where'd Christy go?
I don't know.
She disappeared on us.
Hi.
Hi. Kind of a cool model though, right? As far as income, like it's really something to think about. And again, I'm not saying don't have discount coaches, because I do think discount coaches are very important. And I also think that to me, it's not fair to not offer the discount to somebody. I just don't feel like I'm doing right if I'm not offering them a discount that they already qualify for, right? Like that's just.
And I guess even with your discount coaches, if they're a discount coach and they still have a couple people that are seeing what they're doing, they could get enough volume to just pay for their product and not even have to really coach if they just, enroll some family members.
Mm-hmm. Just other people that need it Shakeology. Like,
yeah, I mean, maybe their husband and their mom, or, they could just work on that and still be discount coaches, but enrolling people that are their friends to get a discount as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because everybody needs some kind of help.
Yeah. Yep.
Right, Jenny?
Yep. Everybody needs some kind of help. And like I said, the boosts too, I think are a big deal that we don't talk about enough. Those things are amazing.
I just finished my Power Greens.
Ah, nice.
Mm-hmm. And that optimized soothe and detox stuff, all of that is amazing.
It is so good. That's why we feel so dang good when we're doing Ultimate Reset.
Yep.
I mean, it's amazing. And the digestive health too, honestly. If anybody's got, well, any friends with just, bowel movement issues, they need digestive health. But if you have pregnant friends too, they need digestive health. I swear, I took that stuff throughout my whole entire pregnancy, never had a single issue. Not a single problem. I was terrified of being constipated and all this stuff because I had heard horror stories about it. I was like, I'm taking this stuff from day one. I mean, everything was nice and regular every day. So I tell all of my pregnant friends about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, you've got to have this stuff. You have to have this stuff. So it's just extra fiber. But it's good fiber. It's really good quality. What else is there? I think that's kind of all I had, but it's open for questions, ideas, anything y'all are thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Wheels are turning.
Yep.
Hey, I can't wait to see the recording so I can actually see the PowerPoint.
Could you not see the slides on your phone either?
No.
Okay. Well, I've got it recording. I'll put it.
the number because it's glitching. So
Yeah.
I tried it before to call in and then just follow along the Zoom, just watch it.
Oh yeah.
But it stopped,
Wouldn't work.
and then I'm hearing something on the phone, and I was like, oh, I can't deal with that. It's a mess. So
well, I'll put it
that's
up.
why I've been listening to the recordings instead of getting into the live. But it's so different, you know. Not
I've got
connecting to the people is like,
Yeah, I know.
But that's 500 PV is very exciting.
I know. It's a big deal. And that's what I'm going to start recognizing as far as on our monthly kind of volume thing, monthly recognition.
Yeah, I just saw your picture the other day. I'm like, that's different. That's cool.
Yep.
I didn't know what it was. So
that's what it was.
I like it better.
Yeah?
I mean, I like it better because it makes it seem more, I don't know, like anybody that isn't a coach would understand it more. Mm-hmm. And would be like, oh, that's cool, as far as seeing numbers every week.
Yeah. Who cares? I know. And I might still do the weekly volume recognition too, but then do that big overall one at the end of the month like I did this time.
Yeah, I like that.
So, and then still do a Success Club one too. I mean, obviously I'm not saying don't hit Success Club either, but
great.
Can
you add me to your Clean Week group?
Yeah.
Zuri has something she has to say to you guys. I'm sorry. Hold on.
What's that, Zuri? You're in, Suze.
I'm on Instagram.
All right.
You are?
Yes.
Are you Jack and Yeti?
No.
No?
What you are? I'm
Zuri Loves Cats.
So monitored by her mother and follow her is what she wants to say. And then Holly, are these allowed in school? They're squishies. Okay.
You're on mute, Holly.
Never mind. That's all we had to say.
I've never seen a squishy before.
Okay, well.
But I live in the central part of the U.S. It takes forever for things to get from coast to coast.
Okay. Well, anyways, they're coming soon. All right. Clean Week.
Holly. Yeah, I just added you to Clean Week.
Okay.
You mentioned the 500 thing. That reminded me, that's what else I wanted to say with all these other trainings coming up. So, yes, I'm doing this coach boot camp for our new coaches this week. Next week.
Coffee.
Yeah. Next week, Jamie has teamed up with a bunch of other coaches from her. I think it's from her elite group, her elite mastermind that she does every week. And it's a lot more training on this 500 PV model and how to get it, how to talk to people, how to get customers on Instagram. There was this whole list of what sounded like pretty cool training topics just on how these people like Brooke Lipoff, Jatana Jackson, who is amazing, these really good coaches on what they actually are doing. So I jumped in. It sounds like a really good training. I know a lot of us have jumped in. Holly, if you want to go for it, I mean, it's totally up to you, you know. I think it's a $5 buy-in, and the goal is to get, I think everybody that hits their 500 PV for the month gets a portion of the pot, which especially for people like, you know, that are used to selling challenge packs all the time anyway, that's not a big deal. So like, that's not hard to hit. So something to think about. And then I posted in Delta Fire this evening, Diesel Nation. So Christina and those of us that are in our Diesel Nation 5-star and up page kind of decided to do another diamond push group for the end of the year. It's going to be the month of, October 16th through November 16th. It's going to be for like a 4-week push. You know how their push groups always are. Like, they're pretty intense. There's a $15 buy-in for that. Everybody that hits diamond gets a chunk of the pot. They're extending it this time, not just yourself that hits diamond. It can be a spouse account that you get to diamond. You can be a fallen diamond and regain your diamond. I think the qualification is that all you have to have at a minimum is to sponsor 4 new PS coaches during the month, you know, during the challenge, and obviously get your diamond. So it doesn't necessarily have to be you have to make extra emeralds or all that kind of stuff like it's been in the past. So I just wanted to throw that out there for anybody that might be interested. Some of you might be interested as far as doing it with your spouse account, or if you're a fallen diamond and want to get diamond back and get a piece of the cash pot too.
I want an iPad in that.
You did. That was like what, 2 years ago? No, that was when you hit your 1-star.
Have it.
Yeah,
Still have it.
So
question.
yeah.
It's right here.
So if we've got that 500 PV training, and for new coaches, brand new coaches, we have this Coach Basics going on now.
And that Coach Basics is only this week. That's it.
Okay. Well, do you suggest that new coaches get into that, or is that going to be super overwhelming and crazy for such a huge group? Because I mean, I know Jennifer would join the training, but I also want her to get the basics down. And I also don't want, you know, that overwhelming training information when you've never been through basics, or you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. And that's why I think it's really good to be sure, you know, they're going through this Coach Basics boot camp that I'm doing this week first. Because I think if they hadn't done the boot camp, then it would be very difficult. And I don't know what their posts are going to be. I haven't seen them
yet. When does it start? Next week?
Next week, yeah. So it'll be perfect, like right along the heels of the boot camp, if they're going through and actually doing the boot camp, you know? Okay. Another thing, like I know Barb's doing with the boot camp right now, we've kind of talked about this, Barb and another girl, Sarah. It's a lot of information even with the boot camp. So I, you know, told Sarah today too, I was like, at least go in, print it all out, save it all, and we can get to it. I think I said that on the very beginning of this call too, you know, and we will get to it maybe over the next week or two, you know, we'll break it down and we'll get to it. I mean, if they wanted to go ahead and jump in on the 500 PV training too, that's another way that we could do it, you know, and just have the posts and, you know, at least have them get the information and we can work through it with them if it's too much right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think it depends on the coach. I think it depends on what, you know, how much they have to commit right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Right off the bat. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I think it could be really good training though.
Oh, I do too.
I'm excited to see it. I just love that Tana Jackson's in there. She just like blows my mind with what she does. So,
well, I mean, it's probably good information just to save and copy for ourselves.
Yeah, that too. And I already asked Jamie too. I said, okay, are these just going to be live videos that they're doing in the group, or is it going to be videos that actually are on YouTube that we can save and get to and use again later, you know, to show to people and share with the rest of our team that aren't necessarily in the group. So she said she was talking to them to see if they can at least like create a playlist or something with all the videos that they do.
Okay.
So hopefully that's what will happen. Because I hate that when you're in a group and you can't share the video and like watch this amazing training video and you can't share it with anybody because it's in a secret group, you know? And that's what happened to me the other day with that Barbie Kalev call. I couldn't share it with, like, half you guys couldn't see it.
Sucks too, because it's a good one.
Really annoying. I know, it's so good. So anyway.
So do you have to be on at a certain time and watch them? What do we decide?
Well, for a live call?
No, for the 500 thing, the trainings.
No, you don't have to be on at a certain time because they will be up in the group. You just have to be in the group.
Okay.
I don't know yet. I've asked them if they'll put them all on YouTube as well so that we can also use them outside of the group.
Okay.
But I don't know the answer to that yet. So.
Okay. So I should do it. So I have access to the info.
Mm-hmm. I would. Especially as a diamond coach, I would. Hey, Amy.
Where is she?
She just popped on. So, yeah, I think it'll be really good information for all of us, really. So.
Okay. So it's for sure stuff that I wouldn't know.
I'm not going to say for sure because I don't know exactly what the content is. I haven't seen it yet.
Considering this whole like 500 PV tribe thing is a new concept.
Yeah.
I don't know. That kind of sparks my interest a little bit just for financial reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never heard of anything kind of tribe before. That was interesting for me.
Mm-hmm. I hadn't either until, like I said, I watched Milan's call a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago, and I was like blown away. I was like, how does she do this? Like, this is insane. So, and I literally watched it multiple times trying to figure out what the heck she was talking about. So,
I don't know, that might help break down a better vision too and a better business plan.
Mm-hmm. And I think this is something that like Brooke and Jatana and some of those other coaches have kind of been working on for a longer time too. And they're seeing it work in their teams. So I think that could be very valuable, you know, for us to keep passing on to our teams and to train our coaches with.
So for the 500 thing, you have to sell 500 PV from the 19th through the end of the month?
I don't know what their timeline's going to be.
Do you remember, Suzanne?
I thought it was October 16th through, I thought it was like 4 weeks.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
It's not a calendar month.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because it starts on the 16th as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. No.
Let me see if I can find the group real quick. Here it is. 1,000K for the holidays.
So that would even count people that are under us buying their own Shakeology. That
it would
toward the 500, right?
Yeah, it would. And that's what I didn't get into the whole PV versus TV thing earlier. But basically, so if you have customers under you that are buying Shakeology and whatever else, that counts for your PV.
Okay.
If they're customers, it counts for your PV, your personal volume, because it's personal volume that you're selling. If it's coaches under you, it counts as TV, as team volume, which is a lower amount.
It's like half, right?
Usually it's approximately half, yeah. So that's the difference.
So is it actually attainable for someone at my level?
Heck yeah. You sell that much in challenge packs a month.
You do 500 like every month.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's 4 challenge packs is all it is.
Okay. Okay. So
or 3 challenge packs and a customer under you buys their Shakeology.
I hardly
know
if I have customers that aren't PS coaches.
Yeah. Most of mine are discount coaches as well. But that's still counting, you know.
Just half.
It's just half. It's just your team volume instead of your personal volume. But yeah, you can totally do that. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
And worst case
Just
scenario-
by hitting SC6, you're practically there.
Okay,
really.
right.
You know?
And worst case scenario, I just lose $5.
Holly,
Yeah,
I
it's $5.
didn't hit Success Club last month, and I'm embarrassed about that, but I didn't hit Success Club last month, and I still had 500 PV.
Okay. Well, I made some board here recently and haven't even sold a challenge pack. So
That was your 500 PV for the month of September is what that was.
Oh, okay. Somewhere it was like the first week of October, and it said I'd hit 300 PV, and I'm like, what?
Well, and part of that is probably your own shakes
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
Right.
That's 90 of it right there.
Okay.
And then, volume underneath you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So Fixate cookbooks.
Yeah, I don't know what the PV is on Fixate, but I think it's something. It's not much.
It's 15.
15? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, well, I have to put my child to bed, so I have to get off of here.
Mine is already in bed.
Oh.
She was flopping around just a second ago. She sat up and she was talking and like throwing her stuffed animals. Like, oh no. All righty. Any other questions before we wrap it up? Amy, good to see you on here.
Yeah, sorry, I just got home.
That's okay. I'm going to put the recording up in our team page as soon as, it'll take me a little while to get it posted, but I'll stick it up. So, all right.
Great.
Thanks for hopping on, everybody. Good to see you guys. Oh, yeah. We need a photo.
Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome. Good night.
Bye. Bye.
Amy, she's going to take a picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. All righty.
Jennifer, are you on your phone? Can you turn your thing on? Are you
Yeah,
on
we
your
want to see you.
I can show you what she looks like on my phone, but oh well.
All right.
Wait, no, that's not
coming
her.
up?
It moved. Oh well. Okay.
All righty. Oops. Hang on.
Hello.
Okie doke. Say cheese. 1, 2, 3. All righty.
I don't know what I was doing.
I will put that in our group too. All right. Good chatting with you guys. Thanks for hopping on. I hope that was helpful.
It is.
I know it's crazy to think about right now. So we'll start wrapping our heads around it and just focus on volume. Focus on getting people what they need. All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Good night, Zuri.
Good night.